And so we now know that there was one lone survivor of this suspect after shooting 5 innocent people inside of that building. That man is listed in critical but stable condition at this point. And what is happening right now is that police are doing a secondary sweep of this building here behind me. However, they wanted to make abundantly clear that they believe that Shane Tamura was the lone gunman who suffered from some sort of mental health ailment. They are still trying to track down the motivation behind all of this. Why did he choose this building? Why did he shoot certain people? And ultimately, did he feel the need to shoot and kill himself as police were closing in? All of this investigation is still going on. It is unraveling rapidly, and we will continue to keep you abreast of the situation as we get more details in. But for now, that's the latest live here in Midtown. I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
Okay, Anthony, thank you. We also learned from this news conference that the civilians who were deceased, it's 2 men, 1 a female. And as Anthony mentioned, there's also another male who is in critical condition, fighting for his life at this hour. And we know very little about the shooter other than his name. Again, 27-year-old Shane Tamura from Las Vegas, who has a documented mental health history, is what Nevada officials are telling our law enforcement partners here.
Yeah, and you heard the police commissioner kind of laying out the chaos in the moments that he walked into the building, spraying gunfire, shooting the police officer, shooting a woman that was trying to hide. But also there is chaos that extended beyond even where he was in that moment and beyond the 33rd floor to the entire building, to neighboring buildings. Eileen LaPalmer has been on this story and really covering that aspect of it as well. Eileen.
Well, yeah, word spread quickly about that shooter that was now inside of the building, the people inside of 345 Park. We saw them running out of the building as soon as we got here. People in nearby buildings were told to shelter in place, or some of them had told us that they actually had a minute or two to decide if they wanted to run or hide in their offices. And those who decide to shelter in place were here until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. And as you heard Anthony DiLorenzo mention, the actual building, which is 345 Park, is still an active crime scene. We still see flashing lights behind us here, and the NYPD has their drone up, going through this building floor by floor, trying to put all those pieces together, although we do now know more since that news conference with the mayor and the police commissioner. We also heard from the PBA, and they said, the PBA president saying this just a few minutes ago.
Why? Why did pure evil come here? And we know our police department and our law enforcement partners will work tirelessly to get those answers. But now our job as police officers is to be there for this family, to support them in any way that we can, to come together as a city, to be there for these families of the victims. And we will continue to do that.
And yes, so many questions still to be answered, although police, as you know, did say that he had a history of mental illness, but why did he choose here and this building? We did get an answer to one of those questions that so many people were wondering. Police had put out that picture of the suspected shooter with that long gun, and people were asking how did he just walk down the streets of Midtown, but now we know that he did double park right in front and get out of his BMW before walking right into that lobby. So we do expect this area here to remain shut down. This is Lexington and 53rd all the way down to 51st and south of there. And of course, on the other side of the building is also shut down as this investigation continues. We did see the FBI arrive here as well, so they are involved. We're live here in Midtown. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News. Shirley and Corey.
Okay, Eileen, thank you. And from that news conference, we also learned a lot more about this officer who was killed, just 36 years old. The mayor telling us that he's an immigrant from Bangladesh and that he loved the city and that he was a person of faith, and he died as he lived, which was a hero. You know, as you hear that news conference, they kind of described it as good versus evil, really. I mean, you have this man who was trying to, make extra money, right? This was a paid extra shift in uniform to make extra money to support his family, his wife, his 2 kids. His wife is pregnant, right? And then you have this other man
with mental issues, as we've been describing, coming in and causing all of this chaos. But just a really difficult night for the city of New York. Eliezer Marte, he's live for us at Weill Cornell, where we did hear from the mayor, we heard from police officials, and where they tried to save an officer's life.
That's right. Before I say anything, let me just begin by saying that everyone here is visibly impacted. I mean, you have Chief of Department John Schell, Mayor Eric Adams, Commissioner Tisch. You can see it when they spoke. You can feel every word that they said. I mean, one of them saying evil entered the city and that this officer died doing what he loved, protecting others, and that he died as a hero. So what do we know about him? We know that his name is Durel Islam. He was assigned to the 47th precinct. He's 36 years old, as you guys mentioned. Now he's married with 2 young boys. His wife was expecting, she is expecting their 3rd child. And also we know about him, he's a 3.5-year veteran. He's an immigrant from Bangladesh, as you mentioned. Now one person said and described him as a person of faith, also saying that he really believed in God. That was Mayor Adams speaking about Islam, saying also that he was his dad's only son. Another thing that really stood out today was Mayor Adams saying that when he began as a mayor of New York City, the first thing that he had to witness was when Officer Mora and Rivera were killed. And he said that ever since he's been marked by that tragedy, right, and that history is repeating itself today with this tragedy happening today in New York City. Also, what we know about this is that, as you mentioned, 3 civilians were shot, 2 males and 1 female. The female was found on the 33rd floor, and also we know that there's a male in critical condition right now fighting for his life. So 6 total people were shot tonight, including this man, as we know, from Las Vegas, Nevada, who has a mental illness record. That's one of the things that we've learned tonight as well. But overall, just everyone here mourning the loss of these individuals tonight here in New York City. And as I mentioned, what everyone is feeling is that pain, is that common pain. That is the common denominator among NYPD officers. I mean, you have people from the medical team here at Weill Cornell Medical Center as well. And with that being said, that's the overall sense, right? What everyone is feeling is that pain, is that sense of tragedy, is that sense of sadness. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio for now.
Okay.